Do y'all see these? Do y'all see these, bro? I don't think they really understand. I don't think. These are them Mick Blurry specials. And I'm going to be giving these away this Friday. And it's still not too late to win. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram, message me on Instagram, and type done. And you would get a chance to win the same Mick Blurry that I just be going crazy with. Like, I just put her on slow speed and I just angle the clipper and I just be detailing that fade and I just be flicking out that line to get that flirty, fluffy fade. Like, I was getting all emotional. I just had a moment. But you will have a chance to win a pair of these. Also, I will be giving away a pair of the cocoa trimmers the following week. So stay tuned for that giveaway as well. In this video, I will be doing a taper wave cut with a medium skin with a beard trim. So let's jump right into the video, guys. I'm out. What up, YouTube fam? In today's video, I will be doing a wave cut with a medium skin taper. As you can see, my client does have a calic right in the middle of his front hairline. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to knock that down and how to line it up. And you can see his crown area, it's a swirl. So we have to comb that out in the direction that it is growing. So you see me combing in a circular motion. And you also have to cut it that way as well. But you just comb everything to look for calics and to lift the hair off the scalp so the guard can feed through the hair nice and easy. You see me just picking out his beard. I just want to make sure everything is picked out and everything is combed out. Then I pick up my Andes Supras with a detachable blade and I put a 1.5 guard on there and I'm going with the grain, and you see me going nice and slow. One thing with these detachable guards, man, they can really patch your client really fast, so you have to really take your time when you are knocking down the hair with these. And now I'm working on his front hairline area where he did have them calics at, and you can see right in his corners where he is a little bit lighter. I'm just hovering right over them lighter spots because we want to keep that dark as possible. Then I'm going to grab my Torino Pro brush just to brush everything down. Then we're going to start on the taper, and I'm going to start my first ball guideline with my sabers. These trimmers are 0 gap, which means it's not going to leave such a harsh guideline. Then I'm going to start with the lever open, going up about 1 inch. And you can see I have a lot of room to play around with in his taper area. So we're going to stretch this blend out. Then we're going to close the lever up all the way. And now I'm just going to start to tap at the guideline. Once I see the guideline shift up, I will open up my lever 1 notch and tap at that line until it shifts up. Then I should be halfway in my lever, and I should be at the very top of the guideline, and the line should be completely faded out. Then I'm going to grab my 1 guard and I'm going to start close, and I'm going up about 1 inch as well. And I'm going over this guideline multiple times to make sure that I have it down to its desired length. And this hair is very coarse, and you can see it's growing sideways right on the corner. Then I throw on my wall half guard, and I'm starting halfway in a lever, which means I should be halfway in this fade. And I'm just feathering out the line. Once I see that line lighten up, I will close my lever up 1 notch, and I'm going to go a little bit lower than I just was halfway in the lever. Now I'm going to go all the way close, and I should be at the very bottom of that guideline now. And we just going to stay right below that line, and we're just going to take it out. Now I'm going to throw back on the 1 guard, and I'm going to go close, and we're going to go with the grain to lighten up that line that we see. Then we're going to flip the clipper over, we're going to go open,
and we're just gonna cut straight up until you see that line start to lighten up. And we are using a feather motion, using more of the hilt of the blade, because we don't want to cut off all this hair and we don't want to bring it up. So that's why I'm using the hilt of the blade, and I'm just feathering out the line. And you can see I'm creating a gradients effect, and my taper is starting to come to life. Then we're going to start right on the side taper. Since he's getting a medium taper, we're going to start right in the middle of his C-cup area. Then I'm going to throw on my 1.5 guard, and I'm going to start close, and I'm just going to start to debulk out some of this area. It's going to be easier for me to fade into. Just clearing out my canvas. Then I'm going to come back with the lever open, going up about 1 inch. Now the reason why I'm going up 1 inch on this medium taper, because I'm going to stretch it out. If you guys want a tighter blend, just make your guidelines a lot more smaller than I am making mine, and you would give yourself a more of a compressed blend instead of a stretch blend. But I prefer stretch blends. That's why I'm making my guidelines a little bit more wider. But to take that line out, I did the same exact steps. I start all the way close, and I start to tap at the guideline, and I'm gradually opening up my lever. Then I'm going to throw on the 1 guard close, and now you just see me setting in my next guideline, and you can see how much I'm stretching it out, going up about 1 inch, and I'm going over it multiple times to get it down to that desired length. Then I'm going to stay with the 1 guard on, and now you're going to see me go down with the grain, just starting to soften up that line for me. Then I'm going to throw on the wall half guard, and I'm going to start halfway with the lever, which means I need to be halfway in the guideline. And I'm just feathering out using just the corners. And once it's lightened up, I'm going to close the lever up 1 notch, and I'm going to go a little bit lower than I just was. Then I'm going to close the lever up all the way, and I should be at the very bottom of the guideline, and I'm going straight through the guideline. I'm not flicking at it, I'm just cutting straight through it. Then I'm going to turn the clipper over with the half guard, and I'm going to go halfway with the lever, and I'm going to use my raking method to smooth down this blend. And I'm just fading out the beard since I already got the guards on to save me a little bit more time. And coming back in and just doing some more detail work on the taper. And you can see like my fade is pretty much set in. And once I throw the line on there, it's going to really pop out the taper. And I just took the guard off, and now I'm just doing some detail work, just corner cutting, picking at my dark spots, trying to make this taper blurry as possible. And like I told you guys before, and I'm going to keep telling you guys, detailing to me is really, really important. That's why I take the extra steps, I take the extra time to really go out my way to make sure that I got every single one of my clients clean as possible. And they notice it, man. Like, they notice that I take my time. I don't rush through a haircut. I'm always checking over my work, even when the haircut is finished. And, that's probably why, a lot of my clients come back to me, because I take my time. So now we're going to line up the neck area. And you can see how the back taper is starting to pop just from that side view. Then we're going to fold down the ear, and we're going to get this taper a nice little arch, keeping everything natural, not trying to push him back. Then we're going to line up his C-cup area. We're going to start right at the bottom of the vertical bar. Then I'm going to come right at the bottom, and I'm going to draw in the letter C. That's why it's called a C-cup, because it should look like a C. And you can see how much that taper just popped out when I just put that line on there. It's crazy when you put a line on something, man, how it just pop out your work. And that thing is blurry. And look at me, still detailing up the taper. Man, I don't be playing games about that detail work, man. and that thing starting to look like a McBlurry. And then we're gonna come to the other side and we're gonna do the same exact thing, but I'm just gonna speed things up. Just like you heard in the intro, I will be doing the raffle on Friday, and I will be picking a winner for the JRL Clipper. And this is just something that I really wanted to do to give back to my supporters. You know, you guys support me, you guys watch my videos, you know, you guys are the reason why my channel is growing. And all I ask, I really hope the Clippers are really going to somebody that truly needs them, that's really taking barbering serious, because I would hate for somebody to win them and they really not taking barbering serious, and the Clippers just sitting there collecting dust and they not really doing nothing with them, when they truly could have went to somebody that really wanted them and needed them. And all you guys that's already participated, you know, I messaged some of you guys already on Instagram. I went through your profiles, and a lot of you guys can cut already, man. Like, I've been seeing them McBlurries, but it's really so crazy to me that people message me and say, you know, they watch my videos all the time and I'm helping them getting better at cutting hair. You know, they taking some of my techniques, and that really means a lot. Like, starting this YouTube journey, I didn't know where it's gonna go for me. I thought it was just gonna be something I just played around with and I just gave up on it. But seeing the feedback from everybody, you know, it really keeps me going, knowing that I'm really helping people, you know, cut hair, and people are able to learn from me. You know, no matter what it is, when I'm taking the technique, what I do, you know, trying out my system, I'm just happy and blessed that I'm able to help others. All right, back to the haircut. I am finishing off this taper. You see me fading out this one guideline. I'm all the way closed, and I'm at the bottom of the guideline, just using the corners. Then I'm gonna keep the half guard on, and I'm gonna do my raking method. And you see how much this smooth down my blend, and it brings my transition together. Just make sure that if you use this method, make sure that you do not start all the way closed, because you will patch your client. Another reason why I like that method so much, because it lays the hair down and it blends the line out. It's like the 2-for-1 special. Like, you just can't beat it. Now I'll pick up my cocos and I'm gonna line up his C-cup. I'm gonna start at my first reference point right at the bottom of the vertical bar. Then I'm going right at the bottom of the taper, and I'm going to draw in my C. And I'm also going to be giving away a pair of these cocos as well. That is going to be the following week. And these are some hitters as well. Fresh out the box. You don't have to zero gap them. The minute you take them out, put some oil on them joints, and they ready to go. They're going to come out hitting just like this. So stay tuned for that giveaway as well. These things some hitters, bro. Call these joints them tap and goes. Now that my line is put in, you see me go back in and detailing out my taper, getting rid of some of them dark spots that I see, and really trying to bring this taper out to its full potential. Then I take some 99% alcohol, put it on his front line to get rid of all the dirt and oils. Then I'm going to brush it down. You can still see that cowlick. I'm going to brush that out in the direction that it wants to grow. So you see me brush it sideways. Then we're going to start right in the middle. That's where our balance is going to be. That's where everything flows. And you can see right in the front, I really didn't dig in that cowlick. I just stayed right on the outside. And we're going to start on his weakest side. And we're just going to make the straightest line that we possibly can. Taking our time, just tapping and going, tapping and going. Don't ever rush a line. Then we're going to come back to the other side, and we're going to do the same exact steps. We're just going to take our time, and we're just going to tap, and we're just going to go. We are not going to use enhancements on him. He like to keep his cut nice and natural. Now we're going to use some Tune 45 shave gel. And this is how I apply it. Just 3 dots. Then I like to rub it in with my fingers. And it smells really good. It have the aloe vera in there to smoothen out the skin, make the skin nice and soft. Now you see me lining up the C-cup area. Now I'm going to stretch the skin, start right at the top, and I'm connecting that right into his C-cup. And here's a quick little gem. So the beard should flow right into the C-cup. So when you are looking at it, once it's all done and lined up, it should look like the number 3. You should see a number 3 on the side of your client's face if everything is lined up right. Now I'm going to go over this line one more time. I brush everything off and I'm coming over it just to make everything nice, sharp, and crispy. And I'm stretching the skin, and I have the razor angle at a 45-degree angle. And just look how everything is coming together. Look at the taper, look at the beard line flowing into the C cup. Like, we cooking. Then I bring my client up, and now I'm just gonna do some more detail work on the beard. And if you can see what I was saying, once I move my fingers, you're gonna see the number 3 that I was talking about. You should see a number 3. If you look really close, you should see a 3. It's crazy. It's a number 3. Now that the cut is finished, I gave my eyes a rest. Now I'm going to really come back in and detail up this fade to make everything pop out, and this is when I lock into that Mick Blurry bag. Like, this is that Mick Blurry taper. Just polishing it up. Clean. Then we're going to pick up our curved shears to knock off all them little flyaways. And this is how my client came in looking. It was definitely time for a cleanup. Time to bring him back to life. Shaped up the beard. Nice taper. Nice lineup. And this is how he came out looking. And if you like any of the tools that I use in this video, don't forget to go to tune45.com. Use more fades for your 10% off at checkout. Don't forget about the clipper giveaway this Friday. It's your boy More Fades. I'll see you guys on the next video, and now I'm out, ya.